the headline of this afternoon. The mid-cap index up 2%, 50,500 on that one. 967 points. Will be doing a countdown to the 1,000-point mark on the mid-cap index itself. And that's really the story of the day. But in that, a stock that has been doing well is Muthoot Finance. If you notice, the stock started out absolutely flat, and thereafter in the second half of trade, immediately after the management joined us here on CNBC-TV18, we saw a pickup on that counter. And the biggest reason for that is the insight that the management gave to us in that interview. And that brings us to this Insight Edge segment that we're talking about right now. A couple of things that really stood out from what the management said to us. One, their gold AUM has crossed 1 trillion rupees mark, which implies a growth of 38%, which is much higher than the 25 to 30% that they had guided for. And this year, they believe that they will end at 40% growth, which again is higher than the guided band. FY26, they expect more than 15% growth to come by and 10 to 12% sort of net interest margins. And more importantly, apart from gold, which is doing well for them, they expect that, the MFI business or the microfinance business, which had been struggling, the worst of Belstar is behind them. They're moderating growth in that portfolio, perhaps 2 more quarters of pressure out there, but the worst is behind. All these factors doing well for Muthoot Finance, that stock higher. So let's hear out what the company's MD, George Alexander Muthoot, had to speak about the growth guidance and the insight that he gave us on CNBC TV18 this morning.
We always keep a rate of our net interest margin, maybe 10% or so. Yearly, 10 plus or minus, plus or no, 10 to 11 is what we usually keep. Our microfinance had a portfolio of about 10,000 plus crores maybe 6 months back. Now they are moderating it. It is about 8,000 to 9,000. It has come down. So rather, they are moderating the growth. So if we see another 2 quarters of the issue that pressure in the microfinance, but I think after 2 quarters it will stabilize. We are almost touching 40% this year. So probably. So as of today, when we reach that 1 lakh crore, we have already reached 38%. So I think we should do better. As usual, next year also we will be giving a guidance of 15% only, sir. So we will do better, but our guidance will always be that, and we plan to do definitely better. We hope to do better. Of course, the base has gone up from earlier 72,000 crores to 1 lakh crore. So any percentage is big number today.
Time to take a short break here on Halftime Report, but just